Hey, how you doing? It's Monday. That means it's time for one of these. My name is Mike, and this is Freight Broker TV. Hey, how you doing? My name is Michael. This is Freight Broker TV. We do this every Monday. We try to anyway. We are in week number, I don't care anymore, of the coronavirus shutdown. A lot of states talking about opening up again, getting the economy rebooted. And if you have been keeping up with my podcast or the radio broadcast, whatever, you probably know my feelings on that already. And basically that is, the stage is set to where we could have a really booming economy. A lot of the manufacturing can be brought back, the pharmaceuticals for sure, but there's a lot of stuff out there that needs to be brought back, but we'll keep an eye on that as we go forward. I want to remind you, if you didn't know, we do have a studio line. If you'd like to call in, leave a message, question, make a comment, you can do that. 479-668-0213. Keep in mind that by you leaving a message, that is your consent for us to use your voice, your question, your message, your comment on the air in a future broadcast, be it a video, radio broadcast, or podcast. All right, let's get right to the point today. What are we talking about? Today we are talking about something that is sort of troubling me. And it's going back to carriers, actually. In every broker-carrier agreement, there is going to be a no-back solicitation clause. Basically, what that means is that the trucking company hauling the load for the broker cannot go back to the broker's customer for X amount of time, if ever, to work with that customer direct. That is the no-back solicitation clause. The reason I'm bringing this up is, well, it's pretty cut and dried. I mean, if you're a broker, it's a no-brainer. You got to have it in your contract with a carrier. Otherwise, they're going to haul one load for you, and they're going to attack your customer. They're going to go to your customer direct, and it's going to put you out of money. As a carrier, well, maybe you should be reading the contracts a little bit more. The reason I'm even bringing this up today is as I was perusing videos on the internet, YouTube videos and such, I came across a small owner-operator, I believe it was a Hotshot Company, basically had a video put up there on how to find your own customers, and he was saying, go back to the customers you've hauled loads for under brokers, that you've moved brokered loads. Go back to those customers. Make contact, build a relationship, go work those customers. You can't do that. If you get caught doing that, there will be penalties to pay. And those penalties are laid out in the contract itself. I've seen it, a percentage of every load that you got from that customer that you back solicited to, well, open-ended, put it that way. Check your contracts. If you're hauling a load for a broker, there is a no back solicitation clause in that contract. I promise you it's there. Usually it's there for a year. In other words, you haul a load for a broker today for this customer. You cannot haul a load for that customer direct. In other words, you cannot approach that customer of the brokers for 12 months. That's standard. And I have seen a few that were lifetime. I'm not too sure about that. Usually a year is pretty much standard, or there will be penalties. Now, keep that in mind. If you've been doing this as a trucking company, using brokered loads to go back and try to set those customers of those loads up as your customer, no, that's breaking the contract. You could face penalties, we'll put it that way. Obviously, lawsuit comes to mind. And a lot of people think, well, the broker's not going to catch me. I can do this, the broker will never know. Yes, the broker can know. Let me explain why. A broker that has a good customer, they've built a relationship with that customer. If a trucking company back solicits that customer, and I've had this happen to me dozens of times. If a trucking company back solicits a customer, that customer, since I have a good relationship with that customer, they're going to come tell me. Hey, you know that trucking company moved a load for you a couple of weeks ago? Yeah, they just called me. One little letter, one phone call to those trucking companies, and they understood that the broker was serious. So, just keep that in the back of your mind. Find your own customers. It's not hard to find a customer. We've got a lot of videos on that. You've just got to make the calls.